I know, it was actually, I didn't call it that, I called it other. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, okay, that's good. Probably the volume is fine. I'm not really sure. Like, says the decibels like it's actually a linear thing, but I'm understanding the decibels aren't linear, so I don't actually know how to read any of this. So that would be one thing I will check for, definitely, is if somebody tells me that like the music is not at all audible, I will be also watching for that. Okay. Yeah, this is a little bit of SlimeGame. This is the main character. Yeah, it I did go offline briefly. Apparently I should be reconnected. Should be reconnected. I really just need to standardize a place where I put these and a place where I don't put these, so that I can be like, so I can just tell people it's supposed to be like a benefit of Twitch. You know, you just people, yeah. Anyway, everybody knows that theory. In theory, people follow you. You know, it's sorry. I'm not asking anybody to follow me specifically. I don't want to be that guy. I'm just okay. Okay, cool. It is back. Okay. Oh, yeah. I need to fix this, actually. I'm going to fix this first. Because that trigger needs to have an option for not having an image at all. So I need to do a set get on these guys, I think. It's going to be really annoying, but trigger button. Am I going to copy the path? Nope, that's something else. Trigger button. Oh, here we go. Copy path. Collectible error, no. Load. Trigger. Type. Oh boy. Yeah, that's what I want. How you? I'm pretty sure there's a better way to handle this set get stuff, but either I'm not smart enough or it's a thing that you learn in Godot for. You're in Godot for. Equals. Type get nerd. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to reload current project. It's going to reload on the wrong monitor. I'm going to drag it over. Hey, Interceptor. How's it going? Sounds not very exciting. Gates and lines. What is the gates and lines? What do I even? Oh, right. This is for mapping the world. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I guess at some point, if I actually, take this game to Steam, I've got that to look forward to. That's, okay, now let's see if trigger 1. Oh, that actually worked. Fantastic. Now let's see if it holds. Oh, it might not hold. Yeah, it's not going to hold. Because I didn't change the script to account for it. How do I do that? Oh, here's what I do, actually. There has to be something that I'm missing about, like, how Godot works. I have to be doing something wrong. Hello. I have to be missing something here. Let's relook Josh again, just in case that's what's doing it. Probably not. But let's hope. Like, it's not. Oh, it straight up reverted back to what it was. Okay, so we need to do something a little different. Do that. I'm doing well, Enchanted. How are you? I just fixed that, which is good. I really shouldn't be giving myself speedrun powers for the first part of this game. Nice. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, whenever I see fictional currency in a game that costs real money, the thing that I immediately, like, the first, to each their own, I generally like to run at that point, or at least to, like, play the game in a way that is very, like, I tend to resist the monetization. Like, basically, if I'm paying money for anything in a game, it's going to be straight DLC. Don't ask me about my City Skylines play style, though. That might be the exception. Okay. So now I need to get an enemy into here, and we're going to see how well any of this code translates. Probably won't translate very well, but we're going to just double check. Slime pits. Oh. I'm going to need to... Yes, I prefer that. Like, some people got me to play a Battle Royale game recently that, like, I didn't have to, like, actually pay money to enjoy it at all. Like, you could, but it was all cosmetics. It was kind of like the Fortnite model where everything's all cosmetics. Nothing's actually impacting your ability to win. Hit square is what I want, I think. Go. I think the question is, maybe we should change. Yeah, I think we should change out the spikes and put in an enemy. I think there's at least a couple of people who play. I think there's at least one person who plays FF14 in chat. Is that a game that has monetary things attached, or is that a? I know that they have. I know that there's that meme about it being free to play up to level whatever, including this award-winning expansion. But like, but is it like stuff that actually helps you, or is it just stuff that you can pay for if you? Oh, okay. Makes sense. Oh. Okay. Well, let's see what happens if I just put this guy here. Oh, I need to change that enemy type thing. Oops, okay. Oh, this is gonna be... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, there is a subscription, okay. Okay. I see now why you're talking about, like, okay, that makes sense. It's a different conversation than shall we start up the old Minecraft server again, good chum, because you actually have to pay to start up the server again to a certain degree. That makes sense. Oh man. Okay. Oh, that's the problem. I did something radically different with how I handled this. Because this sprite needs to handle... Oh, I'm gonna be doing set get again. I don't like this, but I'll deal. You're seeing a bit of a mess of code right now, and I do not apologize. I mean, I'm not like it's not bad. It's just what? Okay. Permanent seller, keep asset. Okay, there we go. Other. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to be hit with a organizational, like a code organization problem in the middle of the stream. That's my bad for not thinking more critically about how different Watchful Deep was from this. Okay. Other. Don't want enemy types to be. I want NPCs to be able to be in here too, probably. I'm gonna need another variable. Export. Bool. Bar. Oh, actually, there's an idea. Oh, this is gonna be a mess. When I say a mess, I want you to just experience with me the number of things that that occur when you set all these variables. But I'm thinking about different triggers that I might need, especially if there are any dialogue trees to speak of later on, which I don't know if there will be. But I feel like there should be. And then okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to take a moment and get a quick refill of coffee. And then I will come back, and I think I've got a solution to this problem, or at least a working fix. Okay. Got some coffee, got some Splenda. And, all right. Soft restart on a laundry machine. And now we're ready to go again. Okay. Okay. So what I think I need to do is I need to match. So I need to do a set get on this, which is going to be annoying, but I can deal with that. And maybe I should make it an enemy. Maybe I should make the common assets. Yeah. Other. Oh boy. This. I know I've got dictionaries somewhere else, and it was fine. Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted, okay. Now, I think the question is, do I want the sizes in the same dictionary? Not for right now. Actually, yeah, I do. I do want that data. It's gonna be so convoluted. And eight, and then frame size. The reason I'm doing this all convoluted like this is because I have different just a lot of different stuff going on. Paid at AFK. Yeah, Megas is like always posting like the update to like, here's what's new in FF14, and I'm like, I know some other FF14 people or some other FF. I'm sorry, I never remember which one. Interceptor, is it 14 or 11 that the Hounds people play? I actually don't know. I don't know things. I thought it was 14, but oh, hi Mateo. Oh, you play 14. Okay. Okay. Oh, they're two different groups that play two different things. Okay. That makes a lot more sense now. It's just like, I thought everybody was just playing 14. It was the new one, so I just assumed. Okay, so you've braved um your Twitch reputation. Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna do one thing here with panels extra. Where is the thing that tells me when I add a layout? I just sorry, don't mind me. I'm just looking for the option that makes the text size just a little bit more big in this particular client. Yeah, I guess I used to pride myself on kind of like knowing the difference between games, even if they look kind of similar. I think maybe that part of me is not as prominent anymore. Under settings, is that what? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Ugh. Flat light is great. No problem there. Chat colors. Fonts. There we go. Oh, this is so old school. Okay. We're going to go up to 28. And we're going to go up to 28. And we're going to go up to 28. Oh, I don't see the usual list anyway. There we go. Okay. Talk to you later. Thank you for the follow-up. Okay. So now when I look over here, I can actually see this. But yes, the general rule is put it in the Twitch chat if you want me to see it, ping me on Discord, or if you know me and have the means and are super creepy about it, you can also text me. I mean, you can. My phone's actually on the other side of the room, so I'm not guaranteeing I'll see that right now. Okay. Okay. This is why, despite these streams going like over an hour and a half, I don't really count them as fulfilling the creative stuff that I'd meant to do that day, because I feel like I end up working about an hour on the actual project between all the other messing about I do. Which is fine. That's not the entire purpose of this anyway. But thank you for dropping by. Okay. Okay, so you're in time to see me steal code from Watchful Deep. Hopefully somewhat successfully. We'll see. Phil, I do actually. Case, I'm stealing the AI part. Which, if you look, I'll show you what it's kind of modeled after in a moment. But it's basically modeled after a GCS or two that I have used both of, and Zephyr's used one of for a long time. In terms of like built-ins, just trying to make things as easy as that. And you'll see some of the architecture that we use for Watchful Deep. You've probably seen it in the blog post before. Phil, I do have a schedule for my creative endeavors, kind of. What that means is type equals value. Sorry, I need to. But what that means is like, I have a general goal that I had before Lent began. I had a goal of like, I had a goal of like working for 30 minutes on a project that wasn't mine for a soundtrack project, and that's continued. And then I added a goal of trying to work on the slime game at least 45 minutes a day, and then on the weekends it's an hour and a half. So when I say that an hour and a half stream won't fulfill it, it's because obviously I'm messing around enough that like I'm not going to get like a full hour and a half of work done. So I'm going to count that as probably like an hour, and then just do another half an hour later on my own. Yeah, so the part that I'm stealing is this part right here, which is being expanded a little bit because I think I want these to be more general and not just enemies. But the basic goal is that anybody who if somebody wanted to help edit the game, they could define enemy behaviors using these things, which is pretty much exactly the way that Watchful Deep worked. So like Zephyr could be like, if you have to end a move because of a wall, do this, and if you have to end a move because of the pit, do this, and give it all kinds of other like convoluted behaviors. There wasn't a scripting per se, but it was kind of enough to get, yeah, this is exactly the same thing basically. I think that the main difference is there's not like a scripting, so you couldn't do something like more convoluted. And so I might have to see if I can build it in as like a script file option where like it just goes to the next line in the script when you're done. But that could get needlessly complicated. And since Godot is already fairly robust, and this is probably going to be good for most enemy behaviors I'll actually need, I'm not sure if that's really necessary, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't really have a schedule for my creative endeavors. I just have like an expectation of like, I'm going to try and do this much each day and make some progress on them. And I take Wednesdays off. So Wednesdays I take those off, and I have, at least for Lent, I have a scheduled Minecraft time as well. And that changes to be earlier on Wednesdays because one of the other people that I play with, that's like a germane opportunity for him to play with me. Let's see. I need to do one thing before I can reliably test this. Sorry, the reason I'm doing this reload, I don't really know if there's a way to force a reload of just a single singleton, which is what I would need to do to make it happen. If that makes sense. Okay. Nope. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to warn you. You might after you see the set get behavior that I'm doing here, you might be brought to tears by how bad it is. I'm just going to warn you right now, just in case. It's a Band-Aid, but it seems to get the job done. Yeah, if you have questions about that modular stuff, please feel free to let me know. Like, I feel like you've probably built just as complex of things for your own, like, purposes as as anybody else would have been. Does that make any sense? And what I'm saying make any sense at all? Auto. Oh boy. You are looking at something super, super. Yeah. Yeah, the do this then that is more just, yeah, it's just useful to have access to on most things. That makes sense, I think. And I did do a thing yesterday where I moved a bunch of variables into a platforming entity script, including like a really basic jump script for universal jumpy thing functions, basically, as it says. If anybody remembers hearing the conversation about the Depot Dungeons and now Puzzle Depot soundtrack last week, or heard me mention that one of my creative goals is 30 minutes a day. The 30 minutes a day goal is a soundtrack work for the game that Otto is making, actually. And the same as Noru or Signal. He's the programmer. He was in the chat last week. Oh, he's in the chat this week too. Cool. And he, I'm sure, will also be more than okay with laughing at my absolutely horrible Godot code. Okay. Yeah. I would like to look more into composition as a Godot code structure. That seems like that might be something to do after I move to 4. But I feel like I've kind of started to implement it with, oh, I'm going to need to move the unique node into this one, actually, because this one needs to be have a trigger option, which is going to be interesting. Oh, I need a unique ID for this enemy. Do I have a unique ID one for this one? What does this one need? Unique ID, unique type, and one time. Okay, so yes equals. Oh yeah. I'm actually looking forward to 4 though, because like it does crazy things. Like you can build your own documentation, which is I think pretty excellent. If I ever needed to, work with anybody else as a coder on anything at all. Oh, that's not good. That's the wrong type of quote. Let's see. I can always expand these if I need more of them later. I feel like I probably don't need more than 1 or 2 talk triggers at this point. We'll see. This is going to be terrible. Probably. We're going to need a dialogue stage or something. I am thinking about moving to 4, though. There was some promising news about pixel stuff, but also, like even if that's not possible, it might just be better to move now and save the pain. Like the main reason I think I was holding on was to not have to use GLAS3, because I think we know a couple of people who might not run it so well on their computers, but I've already bit that bullet on GLAS3, so the last reason that I was holding on to Godot 3, like in technical terms, or at least in terms of like consideration, accessibility, if that's not there, then why am I holding the Godot 3? Is it just nostalgia at this point, or is it just comfort in knowing the code? Okay. So we're going to find out how horrible this is. I'm sure it's going to be really awful, and it's not going to work at all. Okay. Now, left square. Let's check it out. Okay. Okay, well, we definitely want slime pits. We don't want slime pit. Actually, slime pits light looks pretty cool, but like we definitely want regular slime pits for this one. And what I want this guy to do is that, which is not what he did. Oh, okay. Invalid index get death on base dictionary at line 120. So let's fix whatever that is. Oh, I see, okay. Oh, I made it a tool, didn't I? I just naively made this a tool, but I didn't make the other one a repeat saying, okay. That's good to know. I think I would. I think that's a good. Oh. Oh yeah, no, I don't want this. That's actually not what I want. Yeah, I don't want that. Okay. Okay. At least we're not getting yelled at for everything yet. Okay, set other type. Yeah, and I remember, what was it? One of my old Metroidvania teammates made the Millennial Warrior, which was a really excellent, like, kind of looked more in the Castlevania Symphony of the Night sort of anime chibi style. And that was a pretty cool game, but like he had a Vulcan version and a regular version, and I couldn't run the Vulcan version. I just couldn't happen. Okay, let's find out what's going on with this. Oh. Wait. Okay, so other type is slime other. But would I really? is why I have to just set a convention and reference it whenever I name anything, especially any dictionary item. I had it, I'm pretty sure, looking for yeah, I was looking for slime other, but it was saved as other slime. Please clap. Still not working. But okay, let's just go ahead and quickly reload this scene. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so something's going wrong here. Oh, for Pete's sake. Also, would also be helpful if I actually in common assets.nc Bill, I'm going to give you a great big prize. Okay, so that's an improvement. But this is probably going to be it. That's probably what it's going to be. This whole time. Not this whole time. But enough of this time. It's been this. It's been this nonsense. I'm just going to sit here for a moment and sip some coffee. For those of you who weren't paying ridiculously close attention to somebody else's coding, the problem there was manyfold, and the latest layer of that problem that I discovered was the fact that the slime was on frame 60, which was probably a blank frame, and therefore not displaying anything no matter what else I did, because I am an absolutely brilliant programmer. If Zephyr ever asks any of you why it is that we end up crunching at the end of Metroidvania months, I'm pretty sure it's not my Brotato addiction. Bye, Otto. I'm pretty sure it's not my Brotato addiction. I'm pretty sure it's stuff like this. Okay, that's a lie. It is the Brotato addiction. But I thought that would be funny to say. Have fun at work. Oh, boy. Okay. Yeah, Case. At some point, if you ever get into a Twitch chat where, or a YouTube chat where TD Pro is also present, you and he could talk about my naming conventions. He used to find them intriguing in a similar way. They drove him a little bit nuts in the Arnold Maze's days. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to see if this enemy is actually moving. Hey, look at that! We're already crashing. Why is it in null? Why is it doing that? I'm confused. Very confusing to me. String and nil. There's definitely a sprite. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna do something stupid. It's probably not gonna work, but you know, never hurts to try. Oh no. Oh, I think we're coming back. Are we? Are we coming back? Okay, well, I'm gonna take a second and Did Godot shut down? We're gonna find out. I think Godot just shut down on us. I don't think it actually came back up again. That's reassuring. So what's bothering me is I really have no idea. But this might be one of those things I have to leave and come back to later. Okay. At least now it's giving me a message that makes sense. It was like giving me the message, but it was like not correlated to the line that I expected. And I think that's where I was confused. NPC sprite data. But is... Okay. Let's just make sure. That is literally exactly the same. Wait. Okay, let's try it this way. Now let's try reload on the current project. And we'll see if that does it. No. It's still... This doesn't make... Okay. Left path. Okay, now we're going to check common assets. NBC sprite data is a dictionary. It exists. And yet, oh, okay, at least it's a different error now. So I think it's a matter of, for some reason, the singleton wasn't getting to its loading before. I mean, that's just such a pain for testing. How is that? Okay, does common assets depend on anything else to load? It does not. I don't understand why that would take longer to everything else to initialize, but whatever. Oh boy. Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this. Okay, so same problem, but at least if I start from left path, it'll be a different problem. which is fine. I actually want that. But I'm going to move my player spawner a little bit. No, that's the... this over here. Oh, what? Oh, okay, good. Different problem. Different problem. Different problem. Sorry, my panic was premature. On base dictionary. But okay, invalid. Get states death. Okay. So platforming entity. Oh, dead. Of course, I called it dead. Because why would they be the same variable name? That would be way too easy. If I'd ever given anything the same name twice, that would be way too easy. Case, you can put this one down for your file of like weird K-Kairos behaviors, if you like. Okay, later, Phil. The question is, do I rename the AI states? I'd better, actually. Okay, there's no more .death. There's a lot of debt left. Signal, I can't tell if you're arguing at something in my code or... There's one pixel... Oh. Oh, it's one of those things. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's got one of those things. I am sad that it's one of those things in the project that I'm working on with you. Okay, we're just going to replace all death is now dead. I mean, not like till Easter, really, but you know. Oh, great. I need to actually... Whoa. Oh, depth is handled differently. Of course it is. Why would it be the same? That would be easy. I have thought about using GMS2 for this project instead. That would be quite a port at this point, but like, it might still be worth it in terms of the pixelation content. We'll see. Okay. What's gonna break this time? Nothing broke. Of course, I can't get through it. Okay, so the enemy can exist, which is good. That's actually really good news. Oh, it requires reallocating See, I don't actually know that much about GMS2 because I haven't used it since I made the Coolister, I think. No, I haven't made it. What am I saying? I made Rest Stop 23. And that was a lot of game. But like, that just sounds awful. I'm sorry. Okay, there's that. Now that slime is not getting enough contrast. I think for right now I'm going to be lazy and just do this so that we can get a little more contrast in the thing. But I really need to give that slime a little bit more contrast, or maybe just make it green. No, because the main character is already green. Oh. That sounds horrendously complicated. Why would they do that to us? I do not understand why it is that they can grab... Like, why does a dictionary take one... Sorry, it's just bothering me that a dictionary should take so much longer to set up than everything else. It really bothers me that for some reason that is the problem, or at least appears to be the problem. Okay, we're just gonna check this. Wait, why do I keep doing this and not actually setting the enemy to do anything? Okay, so we're gonna see if the starting AI state of move does anything. AI and move wall. We're gonna turn, and AI and turn is wait, and AI and wait is move. And it's doing nothing. Yay! Okay, time to see if we can get in there and make the game crash while we're editing the code. Print. Let's see. Process watch. Okay. Oh. me doing things all Megazus style and just putting debug messages everywhere. Now, how is it getting a 0 direction? Direction equals starting, that's the only time it's doing that. Okay, let's try again from here. Let's try it again. Yeah, it's been 0 the entire time. How does it keep doing that, though? How does it keep getting the 0 when nothing? Do I just have to... Oh, it's speed modifier. Okay, new rule. Let's see. That's what we're gonna do. Starting direction plus 0.5. Take the sign of that. The fail-safe for if it's 0. Yeah. Well, that's a good start. But he doesn't know how to turn around, which is a problem. At least he knows how to move. Oh, is it because I didn't activate the wall ray? That might be the problem. I maybe should activate the wall ray. Probably activate the floor ray too while I'm at it. Those seem like they could be valuable, important things. Okay. What? Oh, that's... something. Oh. Okay, I think I see the problem. Better case. Okay. These are sort of like rays that let object watch. So basically, this one on the right will tell you when you're hitting a wall, and this one on the bottom will kind of point towards the right and the bottom and tell you when you're still standing on the ground, basically. Like that's the long and short of it. But the problem is I had it casting to a certain amount, and that didn't really make sense. And we're probably going to cast the floor ray, I think, a little bit more aggressively. Maybe have these slimes be a little bit smarter about when they turn around. And if I turn it on, you can see a little bit more of what the collision shapes are doing. I'm going to turn this collision shape off, though, just so it's a little less. That's what that's doing there. Well, need to figure that one out. But seven. Really need to change the wall ray and floor ray as well. What needs to be done? Nope. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's still a problem, but at least it's not. I think what's getting me is it's turning around, but at no point does the velocity change. Okay. The velocity is still positive, even though okay, terminal velocity. So if I turn, I don't know if that makes any more sense, seeing them in action or not in action correctly at this particular juncture, because apparently whatever I do, this guy just keeps going into the wall. Oh, I wonder if it's because it could be part of my problem. One moment. Okay, I'm back. Ugh. Okay. So the problem is that we have absurd levels of velocity that I don't think I realized the game was going to reach. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure how it got up that high. Okay. Hey, that's what's doing it. It's just an absurd multiplication problem that I've created with my code. Great. Okay. I think, oh, ah. Okay, so I see the problem now. Why you don't frankencode. The nonsense like this happens. Oh, okay. I see what I did here. Okay. Now, why is it doing that, though? Oh, I see, because of wall raise. But oh, because I'd planned on it being mainly. I see what I did there. That's the problem with the collisions. I gotta figure that part out, but. Why can I never... that might not be right animation. I want to cut that one off. Boy. Let's not show multiple shapes anymore. Okay. Ah, yes, okay. I'll figure that part out. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we're probably entering about the last 5 minutes of stream because I am going to need to go get in the shower, do some stuff today. But I'm pretty happy with the enemy actually working, kind of, sort of, starting to. So that's good. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, that's tricky. How do I do that? Because I think I was attaching. Oh, I had this attached to the frames directly at the time. Okay, so that's going to be interesting. We're gonna see if we get another error right now. Okay, apparently it doesn't believe in... Oh, okay. On ready bar. No. Will this cause a problem? No. Okay, good. Nice, Evergirl. I am about. You caught me at the very end of my stream, basically. But you'll get to see a slime move, probably, assuming it keeps going. The state, yeah. Oh, I see. So I need to do something. Rise. Okay. We will see how that goes. And left move. No. Let's make the wait time just a little bit higher. Like maybe make it like 2 seconds or like 1 second, so you can see. Okay, so it doesn't look quite as natural as it did in Watchful Deep because the enemy can't actually like the hurt mod comma damage. Okay, so player okay, so other so let's see if I can get hurt by this guy before we end the stream. I cannot. Wait, did I? Did it again. Ace, there's one more for your counter. Okay. Oh, you know what? That's not exactly what I was hoping for, but you know, progress-ish, kind of. Okay. Thank you all for coming out. It's been fun. And an enemy is sort of moving around now. and in theory would be changeable by somebody who's not me, who's trying to make the game work better, the same way that it did for 909 and Zephyr when we did Watchful Deep. So that's good. Oh, before I go, actually, I do want to try and find one thing. Just want to briefly open up Kev Edit. And the reason I'm doing this is just to kind of demonstrate, in case anybody's curious. So if you have an object, you can edit its parameters, like its character and everything. You can edit its little scripting program. It'll say things. If you like touch this guy, he'll say, "Hi, how are you?" or something like that, right? And that's a really simple example of scripting. And like looking at the different things that have parameters, like a ruffian has parameters like intelligence and rest time that affect like how they attack. A bear has a parameter that indicates sensitivity. And some of this stuff is vanilla ZZT, like you could have done this with the 1991 GCS itself. Some of it's with KevEdit, which is a more kind of a more advanced program that does things regular ZZT wasn't really intended to do. Tim Sweeney had a virtue as a programmer where behavior is very consistent, but makes certain assumptions about the data that are being fed into it. And if you feed other data into it, it just goes okay and does what it thinks it's supposed to do with that data, which is consistent with what it does with what it expects. But if you feed unexpected data into the expected algorithm, it does something a little different. So, like these guys are only supposed to move one space at a time, but you can make them move automatically more than one space at a time if you set the data correctly, as a very quick example of how that's supposed to work. Um, but the main thing to note here is if you look at like intelligence rest time up here or the sensitivity up here, that's the sort of editor that I want to do. And Megazeus built into a very similar thing. The thing that would be kind of cool would be to eventually be able to do like a very simple script, kind of like this one, but I think that that might be beyond the scope of this project. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for indulging me on that. I just thought I should explain a little bit of the kind of this is the game dev tool that I basically cut my teeth on. And it's like really accessible. And you've heard me probably talk about these games sometimes in like DMs or MVM or whatever. Um, but it uh yeah, but like I just kind of this is the level of stuff that I was making for like Watchful Deep. So like 909 and Zephyr, like they know some stuff about Godot code, right? But like they didn't have to be the coder on the project to use this tool that I built, because it was similar in accessibility to KevEdit, parameter editing, basically. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and close up. I hope y'all have a oh, wonderful, wonderful day, and I will probably be doing this again in coming Saturdays because I kind of like this being part of the routine when I can manage it. Um, have a good one.